Put up the chair. Hi, everybody. It's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy. Reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. I don't know if anyone else could tell, in my last four, I think, live videos, I wasn't myself. I was feeling a whole bunch of different stuff. Some stuff had got stuck in me throughout the week. Some stuff it was so subtle. The little resentments, little digs at, little triggers at my core wounds, happened throughout the week. And they were so subtle that I wasn't able to think, oh, I should talk about this with someone, or that I should uncover what's underneath this. They were just so subtle, and because they were so subtle, I didn't deal with the first one. Then another one built on top of it. It built on top of it. And by the end of the week, I was carrying, and I'm so good at bottling things up. My cork in my past got so snug and so well equipped to bottle it all down, to keep it all in, that it can get that mechanism can easily re-establish itself these days. So that's why I do this. That's why I do this work on myself, so that doesn't happen. So I don't bottle anything up, because I don't get the luxury of bottling up my feelings. If I bottle up my feelings, I self-destruct. And that can be self-destructing with self-hate thoughts. That can be self-destructing with poor addictive behaviors, like simple as drinking too much coffee, eating the wrong foods, putting bad stuff in my body, stuff that doesn't work for me. And literally I could physically feel it. I felt it in my guts. I felt it I even started to have little mini headaches. I've never had a headache in my life. So anyways, I was finally able to have some clarity this morning, and it was just so that I hope you can see the new energy. It's just yee! I feel like I'm back. Okay, now that that's done, moving on. Me, LisaT, reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. So we are reading July 3rd, Directness. Oh man, I don't want to do this one. I was talking to a friend, and I was there was one of these things that had built up on me during the week. I was discussing it with a friend, not because it just kind of came up organically, and she said, well, Lisa, because I said, well, couldn't they read, my body language was so obvious. That's what I said to my friend. It's my body language was so obvious. And she's like, Lisa, we learned this is one of the first things we've learned on our journey of recovery, that people aren't mind readers. I'm not a mind reader. I used to think I know what they're thinking. They're thinking I'm no good. It was a lot of negative stuff. I knew what they were thinking. I'm not a mind reader. I'm working on it. I really want to be one. And others are not mind readers of my mind. But I was convinced last week that my body language was enough. And my good dear friend, best friend, my bestie, corrected me, and she's like, no, you got to use your words. I'm such a child at times. Use your words, Lisa. But I tell myself, I have this old coping mechanism. I was conditioned in my young years to I was conditioned to push my needs down and push. So I convinced myself that, well, if my needs don't matter, the message I was receiving, and this is not what people were saying to me, but the message I received, the message, how I interpreted it, was that my needs don't matter. So the more and more that I was recognized that I was receiving this message that my needs don't matter, then the easier solution internally was for me to say that I have no needs. And so these days, it's hard for me to recognize that I have a need in a moment. When something feels uncomfortable, I have to tap into myself and go, there's something I need here. Maybe it's just I need to tell this person, listen, I don't have time right now. Or can we talk about this later? That's I'll get inundated, and I don't know how to say stop. And that's also an old trauma. I said stop, and I wasn't heard in my past, and so I think I stopped saying stop, because it was just, yeah. So anyways, that was just a little deeper than I thought. Anyways, just to say stop, I'm allowed to say stop. Anyways, okay, so let's see if this is about directness and using your words. Okay, I was just outside and my eyes are not adjusted. Okay, directness. So much of our communication can reflect our need to control. We say what we think others want to hear. Yeah, I'm doing what someone else thinks they want me to do. I'm saying what they think. Sometimes I don't know if I do that too much, but I definitely behave in a way I think someone wants me to behave. And no, definitely. And then within that, then I end up probably saying stuff that I think they want me to say. So we say what we think others want to hear. We try to keep others from getting angry. Yes, I don't want someone else to get angry. I don't want them to be afraid. I don't want them to go away, and I don't want them to not like me. So we try to keep others from getting angry. I feel responsible for their emotions and them in general. We try to keep others from getting angry, feeling afraid, going away, or disliking us. But our need to control traps us into feeling like victims and martyrs. Yep, and I knew that. I knew I was getting into victim mentality. And I said to someone, I messaged someone throughout the week too, and I said, this altruistic, I gotta not stop being so altruistic and like feel my feelings and set boundaries and speak my needs and etc. Because if I don't do that, then I go into victim mentality and I think the world is coming down on me, you know? It's not true. I can stand up for myself. I can speak my mind. I can speak my needs. I can protect myself. I am good enough as I am. All these things like needed to be like, rampaging in my mind last week, but it wasn't there. But the good news is always living and learning. And from this moment on, I will do better. So freedom is just a few words away. Those words are our truths. You gotta speak your truth. You gotta be true to yourself. I said this to a friend this week too. I said, one of the major causes of my suffering or anyone's suffering, I think, is when we're not speaking our truth and being true to ourselves. If we're not speaking our truth and being true to ourselves, we're going to suffer. So who's responsible for that? We are. Okay, so those words are our truth. We can say what we need to say. We can be honest, but we got to get honest with ourselves first. And I would say to myself, oh, it's okay, that's okay. And yeah, no, I don't mind. I'd say that in the moment and really believe it. I would convince myself, because I had convinced myself I have no needs. And so, yeah, no, that's okay. You do that. Yep, no, you do that. And then but it just, then I'd walk away from that situation and go, fuck. So I had to really, I'm like, oh, I'm not being honest with myself. How can I be honest with you if I'm not being honest with myself? Right? So we can say what we need to say. We can gently but assertively speak our mind. Gently but assertively. Let go of your need to control. We do not need to be judgmental, tactless, blaming, or cruel when we speak our truths. Delivery. It's all in the delivery, boys and girls. Neither do we need to hide our light. That one hits me in the heart too. Because I do feel like I dim myself. I feel like I dim myself. And then it's easy for others to dim me. If I'm doing to myself, then welcome it from the world. So neither do we need to hide our light. Let go and freely be who you are. Because that's where your freedom lies. That's where your joy lies. Your happiness is when you're true to yourself and you're being exactly who you are in this moment. And then that moment. And in that moment. Every moment as it comes. Okay. I love you all so much. Thank you for doing this work with me. I couldn't do this alone. Miracles do not happen in isolation is one of my mottos. Okay, here we go. Here's your prayer for today. Today, I will be honest with myself and others, knowing that if I don't, my truth will come out in some other way. Probably won't feel so good the other way too. So today, I will be honest with myself, like I said, and others, knowing that if I don't, my truth is going to come out in some way, shape, or form. So you might as well spit it out of your mouth assertively and gently. That's it. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.